I suppose you could, or you could hear what I have to say and see if that doesn't change things. Pritchard out.
I can't believe it, Jensen. An internment camp smack dab in the middle of Detroit. Shit. You know, people have been talking about these kind of things ever since I was a kid. But to actually find evidence, to know the people running this country distrust us so much, makes you wonder if they really did close Guantanamo. You know, people have been talking about these kind of things ever since I was a kid. But to actually find evidence, to know the people running this country distrust us so much.
We need everyone on high alert. It's not only the pro-ogs who might want to get a Taggart, but the ones that get...
The guys you might hear all of a sudden, but it was just something...
What do you want? You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Sarif? The one Sanders' team used to get inside.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is. Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah.
The founder of the Humanity Front.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company...
I'll keep that in mind.
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. I imagine it...
I appreciate...
I'm a psycho. You might want to keep...
Not just... You got a lot of balls
They were not my followers, Mr...
Right. I'd be dead without these in hand.
I understand.
We'll survive, all right. Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Of course, you're right. And maybe Pritchard's paranoia is rubbing off on me. It's just that the timing seems so strange, right before you hired me. Don't you think it might be more than a coincidence?
I guess I can see why you'd think that, given everything you've been through recently. But you can't expect me to tell you every detail of this company's operations every single day. We're at war here, and it's your job to protect us from enemies who try to take us down. You should have found that loophole without my having to tell you about it. You know, Frank wanted me to hire experts, an outside security firm to protect us, but you convinced me you could do it. Are you saying you were wrong?
I think I proved myself today. And the only reason I'm worried about that loophole right now is because the data you streamed through it could have been accessed, backtraced, and stolen by the men who attacked us. Our enemies might still find a way to hurt us with it.
What? Well, I never considered that. I'm sorry, son. I guess you have proved yourself today. Your concerns about the data being compromised won't really be an issue as long as we stay strong and work together as a team. That's all I've ever tried to do here. Find the best, most qualified people I can, and bring them all together so they can complement each other. Now, Megan understood that. That's why she suggested I hire you in the first place. To help this little family of ours survive.
Boss, I never meant to imply... Look, I'll back off, if that's what you want. But when you start dragging Megan into this, it puts me on the defensive.
Well, I guess I can see why it would. The data you're so nervous about is little more than a bunch of routine, fact-finding reports, the kind of stuff I deal with every day. Megan pointed me in a direction and I followed up on it, that's all. And now that I've shared this much with you, I have to ask how your knowing the fine details will keep the rest of us any more secure. Can't you trust me to take care of things from here?
I would like nothing better than to trust you with this, boss. But trust is a two-way street, and the way you've handled this entire conversation so far makes me think that it's you who isn't trusting me. Why, boss? What is it you're so afraid to tell me?
Adam, of course I trust you, son. And it's not that I'm afraid to tell you the truth. It's just that, honestly, I'm afraid you'll take it the wrong way. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move. Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam, there's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the Typhoon or with some other top secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper. You have your orders, Adam. Meet Farida at the helipad.
I'm just leaving his offices now. I'm glad we had a chance to talk.
I will not be accompanying Mr. Tiger.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Not yet. I've got some things to finish up before we go.
Don't take too long. I'm itching to brush up on my Chinese. Ready?
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in. Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approaches.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hengsha Court Gardens. It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address, knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Have you seen Ning lately?
Hey, do you know how to get to the hotel? I see. Some action. Quigan District.
So far, it would take another 10 more to finish. Who's gonna pay for all that?
What are you looking for, Mama? I think bringing in Bell Tower to police the city is a great thing. Hello.
It's me. Bell Tower's got the whole apartment complex locked down. Bell Tower is conducting...
Malik, you might have been right about that trap. Hengsha Court Garden is under lockdown by Bell Tower Associates.
Bell Tower? They're the police in Lower Hengsha, Jensen. They're under contract with the Chinese government. You think the Chinese...
I won't know anything until I get inside that penthouse.
Access granted.
He's right under our noses. I want a complete sweep.
Access granted.
Searching here somewhere. Acknowledged. Nothing here. He's not here. Nothing. Stay ready. Searching next good. He's run off somewhere. Nothing here. Yes, sir. He's there. He's not Shout here. If you find him. Stay ready. Yes, Nothing sir. Nothing yet. I think he's gone. Report it and stay alert.
He won't get far.
I've got something. Acknowledge. up the damn elevator?
No idea, sir.
Well, you better find out. That elevator has to be free at all times. Our specialist...
What are
Let's
you
go.
doing?
Someone's running.
What happened?
Access granted.
Get word to Pritchard, Malik. The hacker who's been attacking us goes by the handle Windmill. Real name's Ari Van Bruggen. Bell Tower's been brought in to arrest him.
Arrest or get rid of?
Either way, he found out someone was gunning for him and took off. We need to find him.
There's a nightclub near where I dropped you called the Hive. It's notorious in black market circles. If this Dutchman is running, his first stop will be there.
I'll have a chat with the owner.
Jensen, figured you might want a heads up before you stroll into the Hive. The owner's name is Tong Si Hung, Tong being his last name. Rumor is he's tied to the Triads.
China's organized crime lords. How wonderful. Anyone else want a piece of this pie?
Got away. But I'm watching for him. He's got to be around here somewhere.
What happened? Ah! He's got a gun!
You want best in the city? You come. You make me poor. Deal with you no fun.